Welcome back, my name is Sean. I've been anticipating and waiting for the Wave Pro to launch as it is one of the promising High Res ANC headphones in the market now, and I finally got my hands on one. So let's check it out.
It's such a pain to close my eyes. I'm falling in this deep immerse. Would you ever show me?
Today's headphone was sent over to me by Earfun for review, and although these were sent over to me, this is not a sponsored post, and this review, as usual, will be based on my honest and unbiased opinion. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any future tech reviews. So the Wave Pro is Earfun's answer to a High Res ANC headphones and is priced at around 399 Malaysian ringgit or about $85 US. And with the early bird price now, you can get it at 299 Malaysian ringgit or about $64 US. So if you're interested in getting these headphones, quickly check out the links in the description below, and only the first 50 units will enjoy the early bird promo. So the thing about mid-range headphones, even at this price range, most of them don't come with a carrying case, just like the Soundpeat Space that we've recently looked at. And honestly, I'm not too sure what do they expect you to do with the headphones, just chuck it in your bag? So the first thing that Earfun did right here is to give you a hardcover case so you can actually bring your headphones around. Just with this simple inclusion of a case, it's an easy recommendation over the Soundpeat Space. So the headband itself stretches really nicely. There's not too strong of a clamping force here, so it's good for bigger heads. And the top of the headband is fully wrapped in a faux protein leather. It's pretty comfortable here, but as you stretch it, you do see the headphones warp a little bit, but it's also normal for fully wrapped headbands. So moving down, you're going to get a 9-click extension arm that is laid with metal to ensure strength when you stretch the headphones around. And at the bottom, you also get a swivel, tilting and rotating curve to comfortably roll to your head. So the headphones here are extremely nice to wear. Big spongy ear cuffs with memory foam insert that sits over your ears very nicely, and the hole here is also big enough to properly sit your entire ear inside. So here there are two simple Earfun branding on the ear cups itself and the Earfun Claptic Classic without any fancy half-cut fonts here. So most of the controls is housed on the right ear cups. To start with, you're going to get a multifunctional button, which is also the power button, the play pause button, and also to call out your assistant. The volume rocker lets you control the volume and also skip your track forwards and backwards. And below here also you get an ANC control to toggle between ANC on, off, as well as transparency mode. And if you long press it, I've configured it to go into gaming mode. So ports wise, on the right ear cups, you're going to get a 3.5mm auxiliary jack to use your headphones plugged in, and on the left side itself, Type-C port to charge the headphones up. So battery life here is also really impressive. It's not Soundpeat Space impressive, but still really good nonetheless. If you don't have ANC, the headphones give you about 80 hours of battery life with a moderate volume, and if you turn on ANC, you still get a very impressive 55 hours of battery life. Yes, the Soundpeat Space does give you 123 hours without ANC, but the ANC battery life here is actually not too far away from the Wave Pro at 61 hours. So you're also going to get an impressive quick charge where 10 minutes of charge will give you 10 hours of playback time without ANC. That is some impressive specs here. And although the Soundpeat Space gets a quicker charger at 12 hours, but you need to consider that that's 10% of the Space battery and about 12.5% on the Wave Pro in 10 minutes. So the Wave Pro is technically faster. So charging the headphones from empty takes about 2 hours. Volume-wise, I managed to get a comfortable listening volume with the Wave Pro at about 40% volume, and moving up to about 90% volume starts to get to comfortably loud volume. And yes, at even 100% volume does sound pretty loud, and it's not an uncomfortable loudness, and I can still listen to it at higher volumes, but I don't want to spoil my ears. So my typical listening volume on these headphones will be roughly around 70%. So features on the Wave Pro is also pretty good, and this is also a high-res wireless and high-res certified headphones, meaning whether you are using it wired mode or Bluetooth mode, you're going to get options for high-res audio. So in Bluetooth mode, you get a Bluetooth 5.3 chipset that supports the LDAC, AAC and SBC codec, so you're flexible to choose whatever codec you fancy. So there is no official water resistant rating on these headphones, and it's frankly not meant to be used with water around, so do keep this unit dry as best you can. And you can also use the headphones with the supplied 3.5mm auxiliary jack, but do take note that the headphones also won't have any controls when you use it plugged in, so no controls, no ANC, and no mic as well. There is also a 2-device multi-point connectivity on this headphone, so you can connect it to your computer and phone via Bluetooth and swap between them. So the Wave Pro also gets the Earfun App support, and at the homepage here, you're going to get a picture of your headphones battery life in percentage, which is very useful as compared to just a battery level. Below that, you're going to get quite a few ANC controls, 5 in total, including ambient sound, wind noise, comfort ANC, as well as strong ANC. So below that, you can also toggle the gaming mode on or off and also play around with the EQ of the headphones. You're going to get about 10 different presets to choose from, and on top of the Earfun Classic, and also a 10-band manual EQ customization. Below that, you get to customize the controls a little bit, mainly for the volume rocker button as well as the ANC button. And you can also update your firmware of the headphones and also manage the multi-point connectivity of your headphones. It looks like there is a historical record of past connections, but you don't get to rename those codes, so I don't really know which is which. So that's all the features you get with the Earfun app. So ANC performance on the Wave Pro is decent, and although Earfun rates it at about -45 decibels, I think there is still room for improvement here, probably in a future firmware update. So the headphones does decently well in most of the situations, but the headphones need to have music playing over a moderate volume in order to properly block off noise. So I think in most situations, using the strong ANC mode, they work pretty much the same in my opinion. I think the cafe noise test doesn't get cut off the most. It's still okay, but I've definitely heard headphones that cut off almost entirely, especially earbuds. But with music playing, they work pretty well cutting off those noise. So the road noise test and airplane cabin noise fares the same and pretty much cuts off a lot of ambient noise when you have pretty moderate volume sound playing, else you're still gonna hear those noises coming through. Transparency mode here is normal with a slight amplification of your surrounding, nothing like what you get with the AirPods Pro, but okay to be aware of your surrounding, but you need to lower your media volume to really hear announcements. The wind noise here is the best performing here since there is a dedicated wind noise cancellation mode, but you do lack some of the ANC performance when you're in this mode. So overall, I am rating the Earfun Wave Pro with an ANC performance of 8 out of 10. So in Bluetooth mode, these headphones sound pretty good, but there are certain frequencies, especially in the deep sub-bass range, that these headphones cannot reach. The headphones are best suited for more high-res experience, and that is what the headphones is more tuned towards. I find that sub-bass performance is mostly good in Bluetooth mode when you use the rock or bass boosted EQ, and in the classic EQ, it's not the best, and as I've mentioned earlier, really deep sub-bass doesn't get generated. So mid-bass punch decently well here, but not the deepest or most solid thumb I've heard. The headphones does well with the mid vocals and highs and have really good sound signature here, giving you good forward vocals and sparkly highs. When using it in high-res mode with Apple lossless sources with Dolby Atmos, these headphones does sound pretty good, with good solid mid vocals sounding really detailed and high resolution, but this also brings out flaws in music, especially when you listen to older music from the 60s or 70s where the production quality wasn't top-notch. You really hear the flaws. And with the highs, no doubts here with the high-res audio, it sounds really good and sparkly, but do take note that all this comes with a drawback with the bass being super flat and almost non-existent with these headphones. So if you often use these headphones plugged in and want to experience that bass, you won't get it. Instead, you get it if you use it with Bluetooth mode.
So this is a test to see if the Earfun Wave Pro is a good headphones for making phone calls. So this is me speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So I'm going to do now is to turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference. So now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call quality that you can expect from these headphones. So what do you think of the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below.
So with the gaming mode turned on, you're going to get about 55 milliseconds latency with these headphones, and in real-time latency is almost not noticeable and works really well with games like PUBG or even watching movies. In slow-mo, you do see a little bit of latency, but that's pretty normal and it works really good in real life. So let's take a look at the latency performance of these headphones. So I think this is a really good sounding headphones, good ANC performance, nice build quality, multi-point connectivity, and the most important feature of all, it comes with a carrying hard case to bring the headphones around. So will you get these headphones? Let me know in the comment section down below. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash that thumbs up button, share this video everywhere, and if you haven't subscribed, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.